I wonder if everyone orders panties from Amazon? Many people die on the emoji days. On this calendar. This is a warning from Steve Jobs. Who created this emoji?
The seven stars that cut through your earthly desires. I'm the Japanese Messiah Akashi Nanase. In 2025, many people will die in the impact of asteroid Icarus. I will now present the slow motion theory. Be careful 2025. We'll have about 568 days.
In the book of Revelation, there are 24 elders. They are in charge of the years 2001 to 2024 respectively. Then Jesus Christ, the senior who will be in charge of the year 2025, appears. Jesus receives a scroll in which the great disasters are written. 2025 is a year of great disaster.
I looked when he opened the sixth seal. And behold, there was a great earthquake. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair. And the moon became like blood. Then the sky receded as a scroll when it is rolled up. And Irie Mountain, an island, was moved out of its place.
The sixth seal is June. The pole shift will occur in June. A pole shift occurs when a solar flare causes the Earth's magnetization to reverse. The center of mass of the Earth is located below Alephalum. What is the angle of the pole shift? Imagine that the ratio of land area on Earth will be reversed between north and south. The pole shift angle is 97 degrees. The first 7 degrees are slow and the remaining 90 degrees are rapid movements.
From the sixth bright light, there will be very strong thunderclaps in Burgundy. At that time, a monster will be born from a very hideous beast. There will be great hurt and worry. In March, April, May, and June.
This indicates that the first tremors will occur in March. Nostradamus's time was based on the Julian calendar. This means the first tremors will occur between March 14th and April 13th.
Now a great sign appeared in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars.
The great signs that appear in the heavens are solar flares. A woman clothed with the sun, stepping on the moon, and wearing a garland of 12 stars. She is the incarnation of the normal solar calendar.
Then being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth.
This is the state of the earth before the pole shift.
She bore a make-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up to God and his throne.
The rod of iron is a magnetic axis, which means a pole shift.
Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
Women have 1,260 days to prepare.
But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time, from the presence of the serpent.
After the pole shift, 2.5 years will be 1,260 days.
And I will give power to my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
2 witnesses means 2026 and 2027.
When they finish their testimony, the beast that ascends out of the bottomless pit will make war against them, overcome them, and kill them. And their dead bodies will lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
This means 2025, 2026, 2027 after the pole shift.
Then those from the peoples, tribes, tongues, and nations will see their dead bodies 3.5 days, and not allow their dead bodies to be put into graves.
1,260 days is 1,263.5 days to be exact.
And those who dwell on the earth will rejoice over them, make merry, and send gifts to one another, because these 2 prophets tormented those who dwell on the earth.
These people are happy to return to the normal solar calendar from 2028.
When he opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour.
The 7th seal is July. There will be no abnormalities in the sky from July 1st to around the 15th.
Then the 2nd angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and 1/3 of the sea became blood, and 1/3 of the living creatures in the sea died, and 1/3 of the ships were destroyed.
The asteroid will split into 2 and fall near Taiwan before noon. This is punishment for the war between China and Taiwan.
Then the 3rd angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch, and it fell on 1/3 of the rivers, and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. 1/3 of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water, because it was made bitter.
The asteroid will split into 2 and fall into the Black Sea before morning. This is punishment for the war between Russia and Ukraine.
The asteroid's name is 1566 Icarus. It is the name of the enemy of mankind.
Asteroid Icarus will pass 88 degrees from the vernal equinox. The Earth is expected to pass this point on June 18, 2025. But in early June of 2025, the pole shift will slow down the Earth's orbital speed. On July 17, 2025, Earth will collide with the asteroid Icarus. Between the Earth and the asteroid Icarus, even at the same point, there is a distance of 5,213,000 kilometers from north to south. However, due to the pole shift, land will move from north to south. At this time, the Earth's orbit also shifts southward. The Book of Revelation, chapter 6, describes the first through sixth seals. This will be from January to June 2025. The Book of Revelation, chapter 8, describes the seventh seal. This will be in July of 2025. Chapter 7 between chapters 6 and 8. It describes what happens between the pole shift and the impact of the asteroid Icarus.
Saying, "Do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads." And I heard the number of those who were sealed. 144,000. Of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed.
144,000 people is a code word. Can you crack this code? This means there are 44 days in one period. The asteroid Icarus will collide with Earth on July 17, 2025. 44 days before that day, the pole shift will occur on June 3, 2025.
The sun will be at 20 degrees Taurus, and the earth trembles very strongly. Large, packed theaters will collapse. The atmosphere, sky, and earth become dark and turbid. At that time the unbelievers will pray to God and the saints.
The horoscope and the actual position of the constellations are off by one place. For Nostradamus, one revolution is 720 degrees. So 20 degrees of Taurus is 10 degrees of Gemini.
10 degrees of Gemini is the position of May 31st. The pole shift will occur on June 3rd. At this point, the Earth's orbit is 3 days slower. From this time until January 1st, 2028, there are 1,263.5 days. This is a calculation of the distance after the pole shift and 2.5 years later. If the initial speed after the pole shift is 42,673 kilometers, and the acceleration is 2.532 kilometers per hour, it will take 1,263.65 days to reach 2.5 years. This is a calculation of the distance from the pole shift to 88 degrees. It is calculated that 44 days after the pole shift, the Earth will collide with asteroid 1566 Icarus. Due to the Earth's orbital slowing, the year 2025 will have 568 days.
"20 years of the moon's rule have passed. He will maintain his monarchy for more than 7,000 years. When the sun shall receive his remaining days, my prophecy will be fulfilled and finished."
The moon's revolution takes 27.3 days. 27.3 times 20 is equal to 546 days. 586 days equals 546 plus 22. Nostradamus was born on December 14, 1503. There are 190,875 days from that date until January 1, 2026. 19,875 days divided by 27.3 is equal to 6,992, approximately equal to or the image of 7,000. January 1st, 2026 will soon be 7,000 years old. Many of Nostradamus' prophecies concern the year 2025. And the core of his prophecies will come to an end. Nostradamus predicted up to the year 3797. However, he dates the first year to the year 26, the year Jesus was baptized. The periods in Nostradamus' prophecy are divided into 10:9. This implies that 2025 will have 19 months.
Year 1999 and month 7. The great king of terror will fall from heaven. The great king of Angalmois was resurrected. Before and after that, Mars rules happily.
This is Nostradamus' most famous prophecy. Not a July 1999 prophecy, but a July 2025 prophecy. Nostradamus was afraid that his book would be banned. The 26th year of Jesus' baptism is encoded as the first year.
The number of astronomers will increase greatly. They will be banned, expelled, and their books censored. In the year 1607, by a holy assembly, no one can escape the pursuit of the religious organization.
This 1607 prophecy was fulfilled 26 years later in 1633, with the Inquisition of Galileo Galilei. Angalmois is the region of Angoumois in France. This means that Antarctica will be revived due to the pole shift.
Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name.
The 7 heads refer to the G7. The G7 owns land in Antarctica. The G17, which includes 10 other countries, governs Antarctica.
Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority.
The dragon refers to the International Space Station. Antarctica will be used as the location for the G17 space program.
The one with the evil side will start 2 revolutions. It alters reigns and centuries. The strange little things about the stars are resolved, and they go into their own temples, without leaning towards either side.
The horoscope and the actual position of the constellations are off by 1 place. The evil side is a solar flare. The 2 revolutions are the pole shift and the Icarus collision. The pole shift will also affect the Earth's precession. The actual positions of the constellations will change when the 2nd revolution occurs. The horoscope and the actual positions of the constellations will be the same.
This is Nostradamus's other great prophecy. This is a great prophecy of 48 degrees of Cancer.
At a dangerous 48 degrees. The great drought ends in Cancer. Fish in the oceans, rivers, and lakes are rapidly boiling. Bayern and Bigor will suffer from fire from the sky.
For Nostradamus, 1 revolution is 720 degrees. The 24th degree of Cancer is July 17th. The sea is the Mediterranean Sea. The river is the Bosphorus, and the lake is the Black Sea. Béarn and Bigorre are towns in the south of France.
Prepare plenty of food and drinking water. Prepare medicines. Prepare portable power sources and solar panels. Prepare tents and oxygen to protect against sulfur trioxide. Prepare corn and vegetable seeds and farm tools. Be careful of hail in areas near Antarctica. Returning foreigners to their home countries.
2025 is 568 days. 2026 is 476 days. 2027 is 373.67 days. This is the slow motion theory. Thank you for watching my video.